Right when it goes live, we have this is the Pulling Each Other Along show special edition. Even though it's our regular time, Thursday night at 7 p.m., we have a returning guest, but this time the master artist Stacie Krupa is live with us in an off-site,
Off-site?
kind of off-site.
Yeah, kind of.
We are
What
off-site.
where is site normally?
Well, the site normally is like back in my house and locked in a room. So welcome as people are coming on the show. Right now, both my Daves are they
AWOL.
are AWOL. So one of the Daves told me he would be on and ready 5 minutes ago, and I gave him about 3 or 4 minutes to wait. And Dave Clark should be coming on unless he's having technical difficulty, but I do not have a text or call from him, although I talked with him a few minutes ago. And let me take off this hip hop music because that gets annoying. So welcome. Thanks for everybody coming. Say hi. I think he just finally made it, and I'm going to pull him in. Say hi to everybody, Mr. Dave Clark.
Hi, everybody.
We can actually hear you, and you sound good.
Hey,
Can
Dave.
you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know if you look good, but you sound good.
Hi, Stacie.
Hey, you're late.
I know.
So this is going to be a different show. Dave Geis is going to be popping in. We might have another special guest popping in, and we're going to be looking at the chats today. At least Todd Sivan thinks you're looking good. I don't know. I don't know if he's got good eyes. Todd, how are your eyes today? Thanks for everybody for joining us on this special edition of Pulling Each Other Along. I have to my right, I don't know if she's to your right on your screen, but to my right, I have Stacie Krupa. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
This young lady drove all the way to Florida.
Not all the way
from Florida to help with Disability Dream and Do. And Dave Clark's going to be flying to Corning, his hometown. You know what, Dave? It's only going to be about 10 degrees.
What is it?
10?
You're lying. I just looked it up.
I'm sure you did. I know you would be.
48.
It's not coming up. I don't know.
48. It's actually pretty almost Florida weather here.
You got it.
So that's not too bad. I think it's going to be a little cooler than you're used to in your sunny home down there in Florida.
Are you sure I'm coming up on mine? Because I don't see me.
You should be coming up.
So, am I up?
All those people? I think so. I hope so.
I don't know.
Well, we'll find out.
Somebody go on my site and see if you can see me.
Go on one of Stacie Krupa's site and see if it's
Stacie Lynn Krupa. Tell me if you're watching me. I don't see me.
Anybody coming from Stacie Lynn, let us know, and hopefully it comes up live and you're listening in, because we're going to show you.
Okay, somebody just sent
somebody.
Hold on. Let me see. Put the cheaters on.
There you go.
What just
you
came?
Probably want to do a click that. She's trying to find out if she's live with her. She's got a big fan base, being that she's
going live soon.
HGTV star. To my right here, master artist.
Hopefully.
And just refresh that. Maybe it'll work. Anyway, we're a little disorganized here. Dave, how was your week? I want to wait until Dave Geis gets on before we talk football at all.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, we're not going to talk football.
What's that?
We're not going to talk football.
We got to talk football just like a little bit.
Nah, not at all. Not tonight.
No, we have to have.
He's been waiting patiently
I don't care how long he's been waiting.
To give you
James, man, look at that. We got people coming in from Canada.
Yeah.
We got
Here's my cousin. Hey, James.
There you go, James. James said he can see us, so that's really cool. Thanks for letting us know.
Hey, James, it's time to buy some art. You're part of the family. You're supposed to do this stuff.
There you go. It's art time. Stacie and Dave work together. Actually, I got a fun picture. We can start with that. There is. Tell us about that, Stacie.
Oh, look at that. That's in my studio in Florida, and we painted Dave and his daughter, and we all painted together. She's also an artist, and we did a collaborative piece, and did 3 hearts joining, kind of pulling each other along and supporting each other for this cause, this event that we're going to be auctioning off, and you guys can bid on tonight. It's here. We're gonna go see it. But yeah, that was our piece. And you wait, Dave, to see what I did to our collaborative piece. That's mainly Dave's artwork. And
I love it, man.
and then I got to work and touch his work on his art as
just
he worked
work,
on mine. Just his work.
Right.
You did more than touch, if that's
we didn't work it. I just we worked his piece. So anyway, yes, you'll see that, and you wait and see what I did to it.
Hey, Dave,
hopefully you'll like it.
Dave, I know we got this great art, but if you don't mind, since you kind of are the mastermind behind Disability Dream and Do, Stacie probably has some of her friends on here. Tell the folks a little bit about yourself, very short, but tell us about what you do and why with Disability Dream and Do.
You're talking to me, Doug?
Yeah. You're the only Dave today.
Okay, say that again. A bad connection.
Tell us why you do what you do with Disability Dream and Do, and maybe just a short sentence about yourself.
I think when we're given a platform to work with, I had to. I'm only reading the.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
I saw the power of what we do today. I saw it several years ago. The power of how much it meant to some of the people that we put these camps on for. It may seem like a little thing, but it's a lifetime memory for a lot of these people. And I'm a firm believer, if you're privileged and fortunate enough to follow your dreams and reach them, that you have created a platform that allows you to reach several more people and give back.
Mm-hmm.
And really, that's in a nutshell. That's what it's all about. I was fortunate enough with my condition back in the day to have played professional baseball, and not everybody gets to do that and live their dream. And so even back, as you know, Doug, in the 70s, I was doing these camps. They were not quite as organized as what we do today, but they were certainly the grass seed of what we're doing today.
No, absolutely. And we have another all-star that just got here too, and I'm going to try to get him a link, although it might be different here on the difficult here on the fly. But anyway, we'll introduce him. Dave Stevens, why don't you give us a little quick hi here? There he is.
Dave Stevens.
Dave Stevens in the house as well.
In the house.
I just messed up our great angle. So we're gonna go, and I want Stacie. We're gonna kind of have to hook up. We're gonna do something very, very different, and I'm gonna film on the run here. Stacie Krupa, can you see her? Hold on, let me get This would be very, very interesting to say the least, Dave Clark.
And Dave, if you could give just a little bit more, tell a little bit more of your background so people understand the what you're doing with Disability Dream and Do, what you guys provide.
Well, again, I was fortunate enough to have lived out my dream and been able to play professional baseball, even though I had severe limitations. And one of the things that we do with these camps is we never charge a dime. And that was one of my mandates when we started this, is no one ever is going to be charged to.
And these are children that have disabilities that were, maybe couldn't play sports or think that they could, and you come out there and show them that it's possible.
Well, really in the big picture, it's not just about baseball. It's about doing something and experiencing something that you didn't think you might be able to do. Exactly. And whether it's in baseball or singing or acting or painting or whatever, reach for the sky, because you don't know your potential until you give it a shot. And that's kind of the mantra that we try to put across at our camps, not only to the participants, but to the parents as well, because my background, I think a lot of it comes from my parents. They didn't hold me back.
Yes.
And when you have a child with severe limitations, our inclination is to reel the rope in really tight. And when we do that, we don't let them explore their potential.
Exactly. And I find that even in the art world, one thing that I teach, because like you said, I'm living my dream and I've been a success at fine art. And I know when I'm teaching or trying to mentor younger artists, I have to mentor the parents, because a lot of parents they still think this old school, well, you're going to go your art, you're going to starve. They don't want their kids creative, but they're pushing them away from it. And because, they think it's too hard to make it. And I stop the parents and I tell them exactly how to help them achieve those goals and let them be creative and not to fear it, because they love what they do. Therefore, everything else will fall into place. And, it's the same thing in a way that you have to sometimes encourage what they're not used to or think they're being protective of, and actually they're hurting them. So
absolutely,
I get that. So yeah, so that's why we're here and we're doing this art privé. I'm doing this art privé. I brought 31 pieces, which represent the 31 chapters in your new book, right? In the new book, which is called, you guys, pulling each other along. And there's 31 stories of individuals that have pulled each other along and been benefited from helping each other. So I decided when we talked to do this collaboration that I was going to do 31 pieces, and the pieces don't represent each chapter. It's just 31. There's 31 pieces that are going to benefit, your great cause. This piece right here is the piece that Dave and I worked on together. There's 31 hearts, and they're all, in a sense, interconnected, touching each other, helping each other to hold up the piece, in a sense, representing, the book and all the things that you guys want to bring the message to. In the middle, I kind of made Dave. This is Dave, the big one that started it all.
Dave's the big one.
The big one with the big heart. And,
where's Dave Stevens?
I don't know. Dave, where do you want to be?
Where'd he go? He's over here. Dave, which is your heart?
There he is.
The black one on the bottom.
The little black one.
But the thing about, and as the artist, when I was setting up the color scheme, this piece is so strong visually. Even the colors work together. Let me see if I can get a little more light on it here. The colors work together. They all fall into place. They're very warm and they're comfortable together, and they're visually exciting. So we're offering this one up for the event. We're going to have an auction tomorrow night where everything's going to go up for auction. I'm going to start all the bids at half off of the current market value, which this, in my opinion, is the priceless one. I'm getting $4 a square inch. But when we do it together like this, and you have the collaborations with these amazing people, obviously these are more valuable. So what I'm wanting to do tonight is to get anybody, all of my collectors, all of my friends, family, you guys that haven't bought any Krupa Fine Art Originals, to bid. I'm giving you guys opportunity ahead of time. I'm going to start them at half tomorrow night, but if you want to make a bid tonight, and I think it's fair, we'll go ahead and let it go, and you guys can have that piece. That's why we're doing it early. I want to make sure all the pieces go. I want to sell out, and I want, everybody to, we're not going to be insulted if you want to give us an offer. But, like this piece, let me see something if I have it in the back, because I didn't pull the tag. Oh, yeah. So this one is called the Krupa Clark 31 Heroes Pulling Each Other Along with Love collaboration. The current market value for this size, if it was just me painting, would be $8,700. So now you got Dave in there. So you guys put a value on that. And, you're more than welcome to let us know what you think you could do it for. And if we think it's cool, we'll go for it, because it's a great piece. This will look cool in anybody's house, any children's room, any family room. It's all about caring and love and pulling each other along. So that's one of the pieces. We got 31 others. There's 30 others.
Where do you want to go next, Stacie?
We'll go over here. We got all kinds of pieces.
Like I said, this was going to be a different show today.
So this is, I'll just, you know what I'm going to do? Because all my collectors who do get to watch tonight, or people who want to be collectors who buy a piece, it's a perfect time. It's Christmas time right now. These are going to at least be half of the value. Or if you guys want to give a bid, when you send it in, like if you want to type it in and send it over to us, we're going to see that. If you want to email me, it's all on my own website. It's on my Facebook. My phone number, personal phone number that's attached to me is on there. Just text me and say, Krupa, this is what, I'd like to at least give an offer. If you don't get anything else, I'd love to get it. Each piece, I'll tell you what the titles are. I'll tell you the current market values, and you guys take it from there. But this is Mermaid Sassy Pants Ocean Girl.
Oh, Sassy Pants.
Sassy Pants. And she's one of my fun mermaid series. Her current market value is $8,000. She's a rather large piece. But all my pieces tonight are going to be fun and whimsical and bring joy, which is what I think this whole organization does. So that's why I wanted to pair with them. That's why I drive across country, because I wanted to help. And I don't do that just for anybody.
Well, we appreciate that.
I don't do that if I don't think it's worth it.
We're going to appreciate people who appreciate your art.
Right?
Well,
they know, those who collect know that these are the deals.
Very good.
So let's go, I don't know.
Where do you want to go?
We got, just pan around. And
this is a beautiful place
and
as well.
we're tell them about the place where we're here, and we're just setting up. Tomorrow night's our big event, but we thought we'd give you guys a chance to at least get something ahead of time. Early bird gets the great Krupa. The great current market value is $3,200. Your connection's bad? Should we back up?
Can we hear us here?
Can you hear us?
It says we're live.
I hear you.
Okay. So we got Palm Tree, Groovy Goldie. Current market value is $3,200. And like I said, tomorrow night we're going to start at half. If you want to offer less than half, I'll definitely consider it tonight, because I want all these pieces to go, and they all each have their own home. I always say that. All my paintings are originals, and they all have their own home. They find their home. That's all I care about. This is a Porsche piece that I did. I love automobiles. We're losing it?
We got to switch. Somehow we got switched. We switched over to Dave. Let me go there. There we go.
Did we get?
Hold this for a second.
I don't think we did Groovy Girl.
She was on, but in a different way.
She's like really bright.
There we go.
Hold on. Turn her.
Yeah, it's a little too bright. Can you see Groovy Girl all right? There you go. Dave, can you see Groovy Girl?
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Okay, so that's Palm Tree, Groovy Goldie Girl. Current market value, $3,200. You guys can figure out half or whatever, 75% off. Whatever you think would be worth it for you. I understand we all have our price point, but I'm willing to make everybody happy for this cause. This is Porsche Krupa. I love cars. The current market value on him is $6,400. He's a fun, unique piece that I did. I love my sports cars. Everybody knows that. We got Seahorse, classy, sassy girl in the back here. She's super fun. I don't know if you can get the visual on her, but she is full of lots of glamour and glitz, lots and lots of golds and silvers and creams all wrapped up in there. And her current market value is $2,600. She is 1 foot by 3 foot. And we've got
with the Nile
Croc Bad Boy.
Oh, it's upside down here from our camera.
It is?
Well, kind of, yeah.
The current market value on this unique piece, it's all about the Safari. It's one of my Safari series. It's $14,000. He's a really big piece. We'll find a unique home for him. And we've got Sea Turtle Icicle here.
Tell me about the turtles. Why the turtles, and why the animals and all those kind of things?
Well, I grew up in Florida, but even when I was studying art in New York, Baltimore, Philly, I painted fish. I painted Florida animals. And they've always comforted me, and I'm an only child, and they were kind of there growing up, and I don't know, they were kind of like family to me. My father and I fished all the time. I was always at the beach, and they just, they feel good for me to paint them. So, and I know the way I paint them, they make others happy too and make them think that they're in paradise. So that's the fun thing. Being up here in Corning, I can bring some warm sunshine over here. So let me tell you something. It's not warm and fuzzy outside. It's cold as hell.
She wasn't complaining quite as bad as you do, Dave. But,
it's cold. Okay, it's cold.
She was saying it's cold and wet.
I'm not coming tomorrow.
Yes, you are. You have to. People are wanting to see you.
Sea Turtle Icicle. This is a really unique series that I've just started. Can you kind of pan this?
Try.
And see it's almost the intensity. And I hate to use the word sparkle because it gets such a bad rap in a sense, but the intensity of the glitz and the movement of this piece is something that I've just really enjoyed lately. And it's very monochromatic, but yet wows. And it's just a fun piece. Sea Turtle Icicle, the value, current market value is $4,800. And again, you guys can bid on what you want. Email, text, the number 305-942-0614. Just text me. It's attached to me all the time. It's on all my social media. And, type if you want. We're going to check after the show and see what the comments were.
Well, Scott Huff, he likes turtles. He says they're the best.
They are the best. And Scott, come on. This is this stuff. And my collectors know they'll buy this for their spouses and their mothers or their friends because they know these prices. This is what I get in all my galleries. This is the current market value. This stuff sells for this. But when I do a series like this to help, for an art privé, I do give them really good deals because I want them to do well. And I can afford to do that because, I do well with my work in my gallery. So that every now and then I get to do this and this makes me feel good. So I'm going to give you guys deals, but you got to let me know how you can help me help them. Help you because you get them. Krupa's cheap and that doesn't happen. So this is sea trout sassies, the two of them. The current market value is $7,000. And this is a fun piece. Lots of aquas, creams, whites, little hints of lime greens in there, which is the color scheme's really fun in here, and some bronzes. And if you're into the northern sea trouts, this is a perfect piece too. That's why I did it for this area.
Sea trout sassy.
Sassies, there's two.
Two. Sassies. There you go.
And then over here we got salmon, Mac Daddy. And this is also a fun piece for you northern fish lovers. And current market value is also, I think, $7,000, same as the sea trout sassies. And down here we got sea turtle hot pants, Pinky Lady. Very unique piece. And the current market value is $5,200 on that one.
Nice.
So, if you think you've got
bargain.
If you're, I have a collector who's into pink. She's a doctor and her whole house is pink. Her office is pink and she has loaded her she's the third largest collector. Whole house is full. Her office is full, and it's actually featured in Boca Raton in a magazine because of the Krupa art that's in her office. So that's Dr. Michelle Bruzo, and hopefully you're watching. She's an amazing doctor. Sea Turtle Organized Chaos. This is a very unique piece. It was the last piece.
Name. Dave, what do you think about that name?
Francis Bacon, Organized Chaos, and I love that statement of his.
We call our camps organized chaos.
It's true, though.
They are organized, but
right.
But there's a lot of chaos.
Yeah, I get it.
It's chaotic.
Hundreds of folks with all different limitations.
Exactly.
And all that kind of stuff.
This piece, it's the last piece I did for this show, and I just exploded on the colors, and it come out. It wowed. And for me, I posted this earlier, and I was like, you guys need to take advantage of this one because this one is insane fun. I mean, you put this in a house, you put some light on it, you're going to hear wow more than you care to hear. You're always going to say wow. I mean, why not? If you're going to paint it and you're going to buy it and you're going to invest in it, it better be wow factor. And it better be something that warrants repeated viewing for you and your family friends, because that's why I paint. If it doesn't, I don't want you to buy my work, So, no, wait, we got one over here. Flamingo. Cool. We got a Flamingo Gentleman Rockstar. Current market value on this one is $1,200. Fun piece. Everybody likes my flamingos. And, they're either males or females or both. And this is a little gentleman, so he's having fun.
There you go.
So this is our space, and it's not quite set up for tomorrow yet. But we're getting there. We got some pieces downstairs that are wine bottles. I don't have those. We'll walk down there later. So again, there's pieces here. You guys can just pan. We got funky fish stew up here. We've got crab bombshell babe right here. She's valued at $4,700. Everybody loves the crabs. Another little sea turtle. I mean, you can pick up. This is Sea Turtle Aqua Rockstar. He's $1,800 value. if we went half on him, he's at 900. If you guys even want to bid on something lower than that, I'll listen. I'll definitely consider it because I want all these to sell. And you don't pick up Krupas for this price, not at the values that come down like that. But again, this one.
Now, I know you do a lot of seahorses.
I love seahorses because you know why? They give birth. The animal that gives birth, it gives birth. It understands how hard that is. I'm just kidding. That is one reason. But I just think they're fun looking. And they got all this quirkiness. This is, let me get this little light here because he's fun. This is Seahorse Beethoven. Doesn't he look like Beethoven? As soon as I did it, I said, that's perfect. Perfect name. He is valued, right? Current market value, $1,300. But again, bid. This is a fun piece. Super fun. And again, all pieces here, shipping's included. Anywhere in the world, free of charge. So if anything looks good, I can get it to you guys for Christmas and
We have to tell them about the special bonus too before we're done.
Oh, any piece that you buy.
We'll do that in a minute.
Okay, we'll tell you get a bonus tonight for that. Palm tree snowbird. Great if you have a Florida home or you go to your Florida home or you go to South and you like the whole snowbird concept, which a lot of people do. Trust me, I'm from Florida and it's packed. You'll be moving
Getting
there.
more packed.
This is Octopus Azul Aristocrat. Great piece, man. 12,000 is his value. You guys can do the numbers on the deals for him, but he would look phenomenal in any home. He's just a wow factor piece. I love Octopus. They're great. And then we got these pieces over here. Where's Dave?
Dave.
Okay, so you saw the hearts that Dave and I worked on at 31. Yeah, you're laughing. You should. These are the other 4 pieces that are available that are the collaborative pieces that I did with Dave and his daughter. And this is the piece you saw in the picture. And we all signed. Eva signed it. Dave signed it. I signed it. And so this is pulling each other along. Positive bonds don't break. It's the trilogy collaboration. Positive bonds don't break. And the current market value, going by my worth, these are worth more, would be $2,400 on this one. And then up here, we've got the pulling each other along piece. Krupa and Clark, 31 Heroes, pulling each other along collaboration. So we did 31 hearts all around. And we have the famous pulling each other along wagon that goes with the story. Right?
Absolutely.
This current market value is, hold on, I apologize, I read the other one. Pulling each other along, 31 masterpieces or all the little masterpiece hearts around it. The current market value on this one is $1,300 for the size. Then we have the one that's priceless.
That's the one Dave Gronsky's going to want. They're all going to be good for it. This is
Dave's masterpiece. He brought over.
Dave Rowe was looking at this one earlier. He was about ready to bid.
Yeah, he came to my studio and he was so sweet and innocent with his art. And he says, I know it's not good, but this is, and he's like kind of holding them like I normally get when somebody who doesn't do art, but he's like, here. He goes, if you want to throw them away, it's okay. I said, and I had to grin. And I said, oh no, Dave, we're going to have fun with this. And I'm going to paint too, because you just painted on my pieces and I'm going to paint on yours. So these were all little drawings that he did. And I made him a collaborative collage. And then I put my own touches and I painted them and I threw some sparkle in and then I sealed it all and put it on this board. And I love it. He's got his little signature. Here's the Titanic. And his baseball is a great game. The Centerway Square Clock Tower, right?
It's right out the door here.
And this was his bus, I guess.
The Indianapolis Clowns bus.
Yes, Indianapolis Clowns bus. And his baseball club, Indianapolis Clowns Baseball Club. And then his signature, he signed it so many more times, so it's more valuable than my signature. And there's at least 7 signatures of Dave. And here's Dave and pitching and his son Trey pitching. So this is basically Dave, and I just touched it and signed it.
As MasterCard would say. That one might be priceless.
Exactly.
Oh.
So we've got other people. We got a little elephant here. A lot of people love my elephants. I always do trunk up. Good luck. Snowball Rockstar. And Snowball is valued at $2,900.
Now we got a bid for $450 with a wagon.
There you go.
We're getting there.
Right? See, Dave, told you yours is more valuable than mine. We got a little octopus over here too. Yeah, we want to forget him. He's available.
Yeah.
And
the windows over there if we want to run over the windows.
Yeah, we could do the windows. We got more over here.
I don't know. That's a
right.
We'll just sell you, Dave.
Woo!
Oh, you're getting ahead of me there.
Yeah, right. So we've got some pieces over here, but they're not lit up yet because they haven't come here yet to set us up for tomorrow perfectly. This one, these are lit up. These are two seahorses. Everyone knows that's kind of like my signature painting. We got Seahorse Rebel Rockstar and Seahorse Lipstick Lover Girl. Both are 2 foot by 4 foot and $4,800 in value. So again, we're taking bids. That's why we're doing this tonight. If you need us, you want it, Krupa's help this great cause. That's what we're doing. So we want to go downstairs and look at the wine ones, or we want to talk a little?
We can go downstairs real quick, or we can talk a little. We can talk to Dave, or I don't know. It's our show.
Because we have...
Dave.
I lost you, Doug.
Oh.
I got you.
You got me back?
I got you back. I lost you for a second.
I think we were off for a second because we're roaming around, and there's Dave Stevens. Can you see him?
There he is.
And we got that little abstract piece over here.
So we should talk about, before you go over there, Stacie, come over this way. We should talk about, Dave, since you're on the big screen, we are going, anybody that gets painting today or tomorrow, they are going to get one of these. It's hard to get this camera just right. Why don't you tell us about this? Are you there?
I'm here.
All right, you're still, so I don't know if we have a great connection. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you good. Tell the people that might not know about this story here and why we have the pulling each other along.
Well, it's a true story. It happened in my childhood at the Hugh Gregg School right there in Corning, New York, across the river. Teacher comes in and announces a walking field trip in first grade, and it's about five blocks to the North Corning Fire Department there, and so all the kids are excited, and they're going to miss school. They're going to be outside, not have to do schoolwork, books, and all that. And I'm the reverse because in my life I was getting bullied for looking different, for doing things differently, for walking different, and I knew I was going to get harassed pretty good on that 5-block walk because I knew I was going to probably slow down the entire class. So, teacher announced the trip like 2 weeks in advance. So every day my anxiety would grow and get worse and worse and worse. And finally the day came, and I tried to play sick. I told Mom I couldn't go to school. I was sick. I started coughing a little bit, and Mom was tough. She said, "You're not sick. Get dressed right now. Get going to school." So I did. Got to school, and teacher says, "All right, let's line up for the field trip." And I did the only thing I could think of at that point in time to kind of defend myself, and that was I went to the very end of the line so that I figured if they didn't look back, wouldn't see the distance between me and the last person ahead of me, and I wouldn't get harassed. So that was my only defense. And thank goodness for a little classmate named Ernie Pound, because Ernie pulled up his little red wagon, of which Stacie did a great job of painting. And he pulled that little wagon up and he said, "Dave, I brought this to school today to pull you to the field trip. Jump in." And just changed that little act of kindness by a 6-7-year-old changed everything for that day for me. It made it a day of inclusion, made it a day of fun, and strangely enough, all the other kids in the class wanted to take their turns pulling me as well. So that's the that's the basis of that story that you put into book form, Doug.
So, Dave, Todd is reminding me that you kind of never really told everybody that what you had.
Okay, well, at 10 months old, I was diagnosed with polio. A pretty devastating disease. It took a lot of life. So, at that particular time, it was similar to the period that we're going through right now. There was a lot of fear over polio. Schools shut down, movie theaters shut down. People didn't allow kids to play with each other for fear of the polio virus being contagious. And it took a lot of lives. It put a lot of people in iron lungs, which we don't know about today, but they're very monstrous type of machinery that people have actually lived their entire lives in. They lay prone in this, what they call the iron lung. They lay prone because the iron lung breathes for them. I didn't, thank God, have that type of polio, but the polio I had severely affected my musculature and damaged the left side of my body more than the right. But through the grace of God and whatever, I was able to continue to follow my dreams and reach them, and which is and the little acts of kindness like Ernie Pound showed me at 6-7 years old has been paid forward, because now we are trying to do kind things for other people. And I have and I think you've probably seen that, Doug. I have a kind of a natural empathy for people, period, kids, people that have some kind of a limitation, because I know how it feels to be that person with limitations.
Yeah, well, I've seen that obviously from my perspective, a lot of times, and first with my son Gideon. So the folks that don't know us out there, I found out about Dave going on 22 years ago. I'm sorry, Dave.
Yeah.
So I'm
Wow.
sorry. I'm so sorry for all this. But I read an article about him when he won the Heroes of Sports Award, and his story didn't make sense to me. And at that time, my son Gideon was not even 2 years old yet. He wasn't walking. Gideon was born with neither arm developed. And so, significant special needs, whatever we're supposed to call it, limitations, all the terminology that seems to change on us. So I reached out to Dave, and somehow we had breakfast together. But I had Gideon in my arms the first time I ever met Dave at a baseball game, of course, after a game. And he immediately, you could almost remember the softness, this gruff, grizzled man that he was. He was called what was one of the grizzled veteran? Wasn't that one of your nicknames?
Yeah, I was 35 and I got called 35 years old. I was the grizzled old veteran.
So he was the grizzled veteran. Now he was coaching, and this is when I got to meet him. But I've seen it over and over and over again, the soft heart that Dave gets when he meets people. And I know you didn't get to meet Gabriel. I was sharing that. But it's kids like Gabriel that keep us going with the camps. And Gabriel was our most recent pulling each other along winner, and I just love mentioning. We put that picture of him in the book, and just an amazing young man who just recently passed away. And hopefully April's listening in, because we need to do a Gabriel.
Got a bid.
We need to do a Gabriel picture. Painting.
We sold one.
We sold something.
We just sold the turtle.
There we go. We got a turtle that's gone. It's begun. So we got a bid on the wagon. Quite frankly, I hope the wagon goes for a lot more for the person that bidded for the wagon. So, but we'll see. We appreciate that, and we appreciate the help, and it's pretty cool. So we've got some folks coming in. I know there's some more chat. April is in here. Thank you.
I'm seeing a bid there.
April Revis, and I don't know why.
I'm seeing another one that's not the bid I got.
So
on mine.
This
you
is
guys
the,
are
the
doing
450
it.
bid.
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah. So April, thanks for being here. We really need to do a painting for her, and Gabriel, and proceeds would go to them, not us.
Of course.
Gabriel just really touched my heart specifically. And even though he's no longer with us, he's always going to be with us. And so, April, thanks for joining us again on the Pulling Each Other Along show. This kind of special edition, weird edition, offsite edition that we had to show Stacie's art. But I got to bring somebody else in real quick. For those that don't know, we got our Dave Geyser.
Hey,
Dave.
Hey,
He
how you
made it.
folks doing?
We're
How was
doing all
everyone?
right. So,
Good.
how many bids did you put out there for, bud?
I just got on
No.
here, man.
We should bid for your hat.
Oh, the hat, yeah.
We should bid for that hat. That he made a handmade hat because I hate going in the mail so much. I haven't sent.
and
it
I
back.
want one, and I still haven't got it.
What?
It's pulling each other
It's
along.
his art.
It's the art, man.
You have to let us bid on.
So
I need to sign it.
there we go.
You need to give me that hat. I'll sign it. Dave will sign it.
There we go.
Sign.
Did you get another?
Perfect.
Hopefully, you got another bid. But Dave, guys, thanks for joining us. Hope
I was
all's
say
well
one.
with
Just
your
let
wife.
me know.
And I know you guys don't want to talk about something last week, but
See, we walked right into this, Dave.
we're gonna have to talk about it. We're not gonna talk about art for a second.
We gotta talk
Stacie.
sports again.
It's
all about
No,
art.
let's talk art. Stacie, take over.
Oh, here
Take
we
over,
go.
Stacie.
Don't you hate
I'm
it
gonna
when
let him
guys
talk for just a
gloat?
minute. I know that's it's you guys are used to.
I just muted Dave. I'm muting.
How
both
much
of you.
for a bid to
There you
not
go.
talk
They're
about
muted.
sports?
They're
What's the
muted.
bid to not talk about
So
sports?
it's good to be in charge of the
I'm bidding
controls
100.
once in a while. They can't even say anything right now. But let's look at the scores. And I made sure Dave Clark went all the way to the bottom. There he is. He's all the way to the bottom. Dave, guys, even though you're tied with him, I put you in second. And I went from worst to first in our little Thursday prediction campaign. And I'll let you guys grovel a little bit, and I'll let you come back on now.
Every blind squirrel finds a nut sometimes. So.
I guess so, man. I went 3-0 last week. I was a little surprised about that, to be honest. But,
What irritated me was I lost 2 games on the last play of the game by a total of 4 points, 5 points.
Yeah.
Oh well, it happens.
Yeah, it's a good Thursday.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. He can talk all he wants. We're still only 1 game behind, man.
That's right.
That's 1 game behind.
It was the week to talk about football at least a little bit and do a quick predictions. Dave Clark, you start. Lions and Cowboys. No, not Saints and Cowboys.
New Orleans.
Go Steelers.
Yeah, take New Orleans.
I just think say Steelers. That's what my dad always said. It didn't matter who was playing. I would go, Dad, who's playing? Steelers. He just said Steelers because we're from Pittsburgh area, right? I'm from. I did the University of Pittsburgh's 90th anniversary mural. It's like 171 feet long by 30 something, and then I did another one for the Veterans War Memorial and the University of Pittsburgh. They sponsored it, a 60 by 60 giant American eagle with the red, white, and blue.
Wow.
So I'm all about Pittsburgh.
I have an idea, especially because we're going to give away a signed copy of A Pound of Kindness, the inspiration behind the new book, Pulling Each Other Along, to anyone who gets one of the art pieces.
Yes, anyone that gets the book, signed copy.
And it's not going to just be signed. We're going to give. I have still some left where it's signed copies by Ernie Pound, Dave, and me.
Perfect.
And we'll make sure they get those special 3 signed books because there's not.
Tell
very
them
about
who you are.
What?
So tell them your background a little bit.
What background?
About he's got some Come on, what NAA? I don't know what. I don't know sports like this. There's something he's done in college that was really big, but I don't remember.
That wasn't really big.
Come on,
no, that's not really big.
You guys know what you talk about him.
I ran track at the University of Georgia. I mean,
and won a bunch of stuff, like on
most
scholarship because he's really good.
I might have done that, but actually, it's more fun watching my kids. I mean, I just went through a streak where I had my 2 younger boys win a state champion in cross country. My oldest son won another national championship as a coach in cross country, and so it's kind of more fun watching your kids succeed than
that's so true.
Yourself, so
that's true.
But we're going to give that Pound of Kindness triple signed copies away. We'll make sure we
for
have
any Krupa fine art that goes out the door and any of the collaborations. And again, you guys are watching now. Go think about it. Another thing that you can consider is where's our camera? Is it up here?
Yeah,
I feel like
the camera's right here.
But one of the things to consider, because everyone, you're looking around and you're seeing the art available and you're saying, well, it's not my thing. I am formally trained in every style you can name. These are just the ones I just did for this particular event. If you need something for your house, you want to give a gift to your new, your daughter and her new husband for their new home, book a commission. The commissions that I can do, which if I will give you the prices that I'm doing for this event. So if you need a 5 foot by 5 foot painting, or you want them to have that, I'm going to take the percentage off. That'll be your cost. And you don't pay on this one till they're happy. I'll do a few versions. I'll talk to them. I'll see what they're looking for, the color scheme, the subject matter, the style, and I'll create the pieces for them. If they like one, then they'll pay. You'll pay for that at the discounted price.
And you know what we say to that? There you go. There we go.
The point is that you don't have to necessarily buy one of these. But if, let's say, you want to give a Christmas gift to your sister and she likes turtles, and you say, Krupa, I just want to get a small one. What will that cost for this event? I'll give you the same deal. I'll do a few versions for your sister, commissioned, because you might say, well, she only likes teal. She only likes the color orange. I'll do orange turtles. Whatever the hell she likes, I'm going to create. I'll get those to her. You get the deal price, and it's a commission. So it's a special piece that you can purchase for somebody, and you don't pay until you're happy. I just make sure that then there's no pressure on either of us, but then at least that if you do like it, it'll be at a good price, and I'll ship it to them before Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad, right?
Should we play that
So there's
video
no
again?
pressure. It's win-win-win all around.
And tomorrow, you can actually, if anybody that's in shot of Corning, New York.
Yes, that's why we're doing this, in case you're not.
We actually have Dave Stevens in the house as well.
Hey,
Dave is going to be with us tomorrow for the Art Privé. What a fancy name.
He's going to have his Emmys to hold.
And he's got a couple of Emmys, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have those, and you can take pictures with him.
He's got a couple of Emmys. You want to come by and get a picture with Dave Stevens with his Emmys. Dave Clark. We're going to be here. It's a beautiful.
I'll have my Emmys with me too.
You'll have
I'll have my Emmys with me too.
You have the key of, what is it? The key of not hickory. What was the
my big pen.
Where's that? Sharon, help me out.
My big pen.
His big pen in the sporting news.
One of these days we should do a show about your pens, Dave. Do you think we could do a pulling each other along about your pens? There's a whole story behind big pens.
Did you say
big pens?
It could be a whole series. I was telling her that we need to have the real series of Dave Clark.
No, you do not.
I think that is a phenomenal idea, Dave.
No.
Do you know how well that would be received?
Yeah, I kind of do.
There would be so much. Oh my gosh, it would be a hit. I actually said it would be a perfect weekly TV show, half an hour of each episode of the things and stories I've heard already. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not sure what channel would cover that. But
I mean,
thanks, Doug.
He tells me the story, and I'm like spitting my coffee out because it's so funny.
It was Dominique told her, not me.
I'm not sure what that would be rated, actually, but.
Chelsea lately wrote her stories too in a book that was like the similar stories. And I was like, you could do comedy. I'm serious.
Anyway, join us. We didn't get the rest of the bids or the predictions for tonight's game.
Oh, we're back
Dave
to that.
Stevens. Well, we just got to do it real quick.
Back to the sports.
So Dave Clark's going with the Saints. Dave Geis, you're not going with the Saints, right?
He must know something that I'm not aware of.
He hates the Cowboys. I think that's all.
I know that the Cowboys have a lot of.
Can I go with Kansas City? I like Mahomes. I like the
they
kid.
Won't win.
He's a great kid.
Saints have their quarterback back.
Saints have their quarterback back.
They do. Who? Drew Brees came out of retirement.
Hill,
receiver.
Hill,
Taysom Hill.
Yeah. Taysom Hill's back. Who are you going with?
Oh, is Kamara playing?
I don't know.
I'll go with. I'll go with the Saints.
Oh my gosh, I'm going with the Cowboys. Even though, the Cowboys.
Oh, it's all tied up. It's a 3-way tie.
We'll see. So
yes.
Dave Stevens is for the Cowboys, and she's for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh always.
So I have an idea. Is there any Pittsburgh Steelers fans on your list? I don't know if any of them are still listening and watching.
Hey, by the way, I want to shout out to Rock.
Go ahead.
If he's watching, Rocky, just thank you, Rocky. He just he sent Trey a signed football.
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
That's nice, Rocky.
That's
So
awesome.
Gary Dunn, who's a friend of mine in Florida Keys, played for the Steelers also.
Yeah, during
You
the
know?
Rocky. I didn't know his
I think
name.
he knows Rocky.
Do you know his name, Gary Dunn?
Why am I'm echoing? Why am I echoing?
No.
I don't know.
Hey, really echoing bad. Am I echoing?
No, I don't hear any echo at all.
I heard a lot of echoing.
I think we're
So
good now.
are we done, or do we want to go look at the wine pieces?
You want to go down and look at the
I
wine
think
pieces?
we need to at least go see the wine pieces. The wine
Hey,
pieces.
hey, when you're on your way down, would you please show Dave my art?
I saw it.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
is
been
it
backstage.
phenomenal?
We can take
I was-
another
I
look.
tell
at
you,
Dave
we can
Clark's
peek
art.
at it.
I missed my calling, man.
Man, I saw that one with your baseball club.
Hey, Dave, there's a story when my kids were real little and they do a painting when they're real little. And
Yeah.
They bring it to me, and I'd get so excited, and I'd say, you draw just as good as Daddy, and I was telling them 100% the truth because I'm so terrible. Dave, guess what?
So, wait,
You draw just as good as me, man.
so Dave, I'm
Way
just
to go.
curious. Were those on your refrigerator before you brought them over?
They were not. They were really.
On your refrigerator? The family's putting it on the refrigerator. We love it, Dad.
Stacie, you've been hanging around Doug too much.
We just have the same sense of humor.
Kurt got in there. He said the Saints.
Yeah, Kurt's saying the same.
Kurt
April's-
took the Saints.
What up
April's
with that?
going with the Cowboys.
Whoa, what's going on behind you?
I don't know.
It's fine.
We're good. No, there's a. All right, we'll go.
We're
downstairs.
gonna go downstairs anyway. Look at more
and
art,
This
Krupa
is
art.
very tricky, but I'm gonna
There we go.
do it
And
anyway.
listen, guys,
Dave Stevens, say hi again.
There's Dave. Hey, Dave.
we'll be back.
Mr. Stevens.
So
Here's got
one,
the mermaid.
so
Dave
one
likes
of the
mermaids.
things I want you guys to remember. Think about it tonight. You might like something, not sure. That last second that you go. You know what? I should have got the piece. Text us, email, call. It doesn't matter. The numbers on all my social media, same thing. It's attached to my hip. 305-942-0614. Emails there. Email.
Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug at DC.
And hit on.
Or on my messenger or
It's
whatever.
or just keep texting us here.
Yeah.
On my Facebook. We're going to be, you want something and you want to call me and be private about it and you don't want to make it, everybody likes to do it that way. Just call me. It's no big deal. We'll make it happen. Yeah, we're going to walk downstairs.
This place is a pretty cool place.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Tell them where we're at.
Yeah, what is this place?
Finger Lakes Provision.
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
He's gone.
He's done.
All right.
Hey, it's you and me carrying the show now, man.
Now we got a better show going on.
Oh,
he's
no,
back.
they're back.
We're back. Are we back? There we
Okay,
go.
so we're here. We just have some pieces setting out here. These Krupa. These are my wine series, and they're kind of fun. There's not a lot of light on them, but these are also available. This piece is called Wine and Wild Women. Why would I name it that?
Whoa.
Wine and Wild
what?
Women.
What?
This one actually has corny on it.
They all have corning on them. And I can, you know what? If somebody really wants it, I can change corning. We can put your city on it. There's me. This is me, just so you guys want to know. Sometimes on a good day, I used to look like this. Now I'm.
Hold this for a second. I want to make it so it's big. Hold on, I'm going to change. There we go. There we go. So
Okay,
it's
so
bigger.
this is what I used to look like. Sometimes I can pull it.
Close.
So yeah, this is I am what I am, an artist. I live by my brush alone. So that's just a little PR there. We got a palm tree piece. I forgot that one. Palm tree sassy lady.
You like that sassy?
I do. I love that word.
We have a wine called Sassy Pants.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's values at 7,000. Great piece. Would look
Obviously
good.
very tall.
Yeah, it's a very large piece. And again, shipping's included. And the value is 7. We're starting at half, but if you want to give a better deal than that, we're going to work with you tonight. I'm going to work with you. So this little piece here is called Corning Crazy Girl Wine Lover. Not there's all crazy girls in Corning, but wine lovers are generally.
Crazy girls and Corning.
Well, they were in the 80s.
Here's our little auction. Or here's our poster, our PR. Another little piece here. This one has 2. This is called Corning Wine Rebel Pour. We got the 2 glasses, and it's just fun. And then we got one more over here.
Let's pull that out.
Which is this is a fun piece. It's called Elegant Toast for 2 Rock Stars. And the word rock star is kind of the name of the wine. And I love the color scheme. It's lavenders, creams, whites, and a lot of jades. So it's a really unique, lots of gold, sparkles, and fun. Value is $5,800, but you guys can figure out the math on the deals.
And you can see there's wine to buy.
Yeah, it's
here.
beautiful. Look at this.
Got,
Wine country.
Wine country. And it's
We
all
got- we
local.
got-
Everything's local.
Uh-oh.
We lose them again?
Yep. Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
Wow,
whoa,
you're on, baby.
whoa.
I
Man,
don't
we
know,
don't-
Dave, it's you. There we go.
So the best part is they were doing inventory yesterday. Believe me, the names that people call wines, it was amusing as we just sat here hearing them call them out, marking them down.
There you go.
So anyway, great place, and we're
Look at
very
all that wine they got in here.
very happy they're hosting us.
Yes. They have a bar area over here, too. The
Yeah,
bar
well,
restaurant.
yeah. Look at this over here.
So we'll give them a little tour of Finger Lakes Provisions.
Look at this beautiful tree.
Here we go. Some people that probably don't want us to put them on live video, so we'll
Yeah. And th're gone.
2 of them over here. They're gone again.
Yep. Yep.
I know. Oh, look. Hey.
So Dave, hopefully you
Look
guys
how
get
nice
the
the
show-
turtle
hopefully you guys
comes
get
up.
the show going.
Ugh.
Here, we can do one more look for those that are still.
We didn't do
watching
the sunset
show.
sassy sister.
Wow.
Oh, some issues over there.
Get me off of here.
Oh, there we go.
We back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's Sunset Sassy Sista, 2,400 on that one is the market value. And just to sum it up, once again, to remind everybody how important this is our new famous artist, Dave Clark.
There's
And
a
his-
baseball club.
Amazing
The baseball
talents.
club, Indianapolis Clowns.
And when I tell you this is priceless, not only did I sign it, but the best is Dave signed it in so many places. You'll never forget who also worked on it.
So,
I'm curious as to
Titanic's
why
not
it's got so many
sinking in
signatures.
this picture.
yeah, what's the symbolism behind that Titanic? Is that you, Dave?
Yeah, what's with the
You on that
Titanic?
boat? Is it you on that boat in the past?
I know
life?
when he gave it to me, I said, I don't. Why the Titanic? I said, I think it's fun, but why the Titanic? You got everything else.
Dave, tell us why the Titanic.
I have
What was your
no
inspiration
clue.
for the Titanic?
I have no clue.
Were you
I know he likes.
Were
I
you
know he
watching
likes the
it?
water.
Well,
Is that an iceberg down there?
it is, yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
where you're the lighting isn't the greatest here, and then we got the 3 hearts. I
And
really
again,
love
the
that
pulling each
concept.
other along piece. That's a lot of
Well,
fun.
that's a good one there.
Well, we already have a bid on that, so let's get that one up.
And that value is $1,300 for this size.
There we go.
So yeah, we got to get the bids up on these. We got the beautiful 3 hearts where I painted with Dave and his daughter Eva, who is also an artist. So we all signed that, and that would be so good for a children's room or anything. I mean, kids love my work because it's very fun and whimsical. Some of it, it's serious, but it is fun, and that's what I paint. I want us all to have fun, and these camps are fun for these kids. That's important.
As
More
Dave-
smiles,
as Dave
more
Stevens
fun.
Says the camps are like Christmas for these families.
Yes, and they're memories, and they last forever. The impression of it lasts forever. It's all positive.
Oh,
This,
Can we get this?
I'm
Or
working on some art of my own. They're real. Now
That's
they'll
an
be up for
installation.
$1.50 tomorrow.
Are you starting the bid?
Yeah, no, it's there.
There you go.
On the wall, my original Dave Stevens.
We'll definitely get Dave Stevens to do some artwork here too someday. That would be really good. Well, I'm not sure how that show went, if anybody actually enjoyed it, but hopefully they
Or
did.
anybody? We know we got 2 people. We got some.
For all,
Seriously, guys, you know how to get in touch with
Our
us.
audience isn't really artsy.
It's a season of giving.
well, her audience was in here too,
Yeah,
so
that's good. It brought a lot of class to it.
yeah, we got. Well, it's the first time.
Maybe I hope.
Here,
I
Stacie,
hope.
move over here closer. Yeah, there we go. my camera abilities are limited here with the mobile technology.
So remember, for each piece that you guys buy, you get a signed copy of Pulling Each Other Along,
So
right?
I'm thinking if somebody gets one of those big ones, at least at half price.
Right.
We have a few left from our Kickstarter for the Pulling Each Other Along book that's coming out. If by chance you're not familiar with that, we have some pretty big names in the Steeler world that are involved. Terry Bradshaw wrote the foreword for this upcoming book. We actually got to touch Todd got to touch the prototype for the first time, or a prototype. It's beautifully done. And we have Rocky Blyer, and there's Rocky with me at the Super Bowl a few years ago. Rocky Blyer is a legend for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was on our Pulling Each Other Along show not very long ago. And we have some of Rocky's signed jerseys. So if somebody, let's say the first person that gets one of your bigger ones for at least half price,
they get the shirt too?
They get a jersey.
Oh, right on. That's amazing.
How's that?
That's amazing. That's more fun than my painting.
Yeah,
almost.
so now you got
I want that.
She's from the
I was born there, so everybody knows that's my hood.
She's
from there.
So bid on your own stuff.
There you go.
I can't bid.
So hopefully we get some bids and some more bids at this point. But anyway, you guys,
thank you.
Hopefully you endured the show. Whoever's listening still. Is there any last questions? Any thoughts? Come on out tomorrow. We have VIP cocktail party. From 5
tomorrow
to
night. So if you are around here and you're watching, tomorrow night, the VIP cocktail party preview, creative cocktail party with Wah and you and everybody else. Dave's here. 5 to 6:30.
5 to 6:30. After
6:30, everybody can come in. Even if you didn't, sign up to come to the VIP party. Everyone can come in, party with us, and bid. And we're going to have an auction tomorrow night for things that haven't sold yet. And we're going to get everything to go. So, again, keep the bids coming. Text us. Call us. It doesn't matter. Our phones are attached to our hips. If you just want to, ask me a question, can you do this? Can I get a Krupa for $100? Everybody knows my Krupats. I don't have any here, but yes, I'll make it happen for this event. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Guys, anything else tonight?
Nope.
So you two went against me today. That's scary.
It's cold up there.
Cowboys. He knows. He worked at, he's got 7 Emmys at ESPN. I think he knows.
I know Jimmy. Does that count?
Yeah, you know Jimmy.
Jimmy Johnson. He's my neighbor in the Keys.
So, anything else going on with you guys?
No.
Yeah, I think I'm going to miss my flight. Stacie said it's cold up there.
Dave, it's cold as shit.
It's not coming.
It's cold.
It's me. You can't beep you out. No,
yeah.
it's actually pretty warm for this time of the year. Because I've been at Sparkle when it's been 0. And
it's not 0. It's like 35.
We're walking around.
But it's when you're.
No, it was like almost 50 today.
Today was okay.
50.
It wasn't
50.
Yeah. It wasn't 50.
It was almost 50 today.
Really?
Yeah. Up to 48 or so.
Boy, you guys don't have anything to complain about.
No.
Nothing.
But, yesterday it was chilly. Yesterday it was.
Just don't move to Florida. We got enough people moving to Florida.
Florida already.
Oh my gosh, it's bad.
It's already. Who's Steve Price? Hey, Steve Price. Thanks for joining us.
I can't, you guys know me. I'm faking this. I can't see anything. Oh my God!
Dave,
now I can see.
Dave, Dave Clark, that is. I did want to
ask
you,
April,
a question about.
You hear me, Dave?
I hear you.
You hear me?
But Doug?
Yeah, we're back now. We
There
back.
we go.
So, Dave, you got on a show the other day with someone to encourage them. What was that about? Dave Clark.
Okay, yeah. Our buddy down here with the Punishers. He called me to take part in a phone call with a real brave gentleman named Tino, who has served our country and he's experiencing some tough times. And so we Austin was in from Gainesville. I was in on the phone call. Tank was in on it. A gentleman named Chris was in on the phone call, and basically, we all tried to offer everybody some inspiration.
Right.
Very good.
Well, thanks for doing that. It didn't hit at a good time for me, and I asked Tank to give you a call. So thanks for doing that. I would have done it myself, but it was just not the time. Well,
What's so funny?
what was so funny?
What's so serious?
I would have done it with you. I thought,
Read that one.
Oh, my Lord.
What chat do we got?
I want to know who sent that.
Oh, here,
Uh-oh.
go back up.
Is it this one?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, just text me and we'll find out.
We're taking bids on that.
Oh, my God.
All for the cause. All for the cause. I don't know who that is because it says Facebook user.
Oh my gosh! Usually when they block it.
No, I don't think. I think it'll show somewhere else when I go and look at the run. So I'm not sure who that is.
I wonder if it was Al Tobin.
Might be.
We can take a photo of that and sell it. We could.
Oh, I got plenty of photos we could sell.
Yeah.
Don't even go there, Dave.
All right, Dave.
Thank you, Noah.
Oh, we just lost there. There we go. We hit the camera.
We should get a painting of that photo.
No, we're not.
No. Noah, is that Noah Davis?
Yeah, that's my baby.
All right, very good. Hey, Noah, how you doing? It's not raining here. Anyway.
I keep putting the glass on because I can't
what's
see.
that?
I keep cheating with the glasses.
What?
They can't give me.
Can't see. Anyway, so
Stacie, I have a question for you.
Yes.
There you go. Thank you, Dave.
The other day, well, a while ago, I came across an old football card from the 1950s, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
It was a guy in the Steelers, and his last name was Krupa.
Really?
So
I don't know that one. I know Gene Krupa's great uncle is a drummer, but I'm not familiar with that. I mean, it could be. I have a lot of family members.
So I thought maybe that was the connection with the Steelers. And
oh no, I was born in Johnstown, Pittsburgh area. So I was born in Johnstown. It's kind of that same area. But my cousin wrote. She's a publisher and wrote Lynn Swan's autobiography.
Nice.
So, and you grow up in Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh, it's just the way it is.
Well, of course.
Grew up in Pennsylvania or Philadelphia Eagles.
That side, you don't count. So, no, but, so growing up, my dad, had his terrible towel and all that stuff. And we lived in Orlando. And, Monday Night Football, I was growing up and it would always be like, Dad, who's playing? Pittsburgh. It didn't matter who was playing. Pittsburgh. Yeah. He never answered it another way his entire life. And then when we met Gary Dunn, because I lived in the Florida Keys 18 years with my gallery, and Gary was my neighbor and owned a bar there. And we go in and see him, and my dad would come down and, he'd show him, let him put his Super Bowl rings on, and my dad would cry. And it was just like, it was really cool. So it's always been Steelers.
That's cool. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Very nice.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Go Eagles. Go Georgia Bulldogs.
Go Ravens.
Go Ravens. No. Minnesota Vikings? Anybody from the Minnesota Vikings back there? Dave's looking at me evilly.
Yeah.
He knows
that's
they're
right.
out of the playoffs
that's
at
right.
Hunt. This Dave, we got Dave, and I got a Dave over here. So
yeah, and I
stuttering problem.
Right,
Dave.
right.
She's called
everybody
me Dave.
does it though.
She's called me Dave. I don't know how many times today. So
I get it.
Today.
That's all right. Could be worse.
It's more fun when people call Dave Clark Doug, and that happens. Because they get used to talking to me and they forget about it.
Dave, you better tomorrow you're coming straight from the airport here, right?
I told you I was missing the plane. It's too cold up there.
You got to get over here because you're the rock star.
So right now I got probably Dominique and probably one of my sons picking you up, and then we got to figure out still how we're gonna do the
rest of the crew.
Yeah. Anyway, nice show, guys.
Yes, thank you guys for allowing me to
put your bids in. People
help
are still
you guys.
listening. I don't know why you would still be listening, but thank you for doing that. It's always
yes, we appreciate it.
We should say hi to Kurt. He's probably eating.
Kurt,
there we go.
Kurt, he's not eating. Look at him.
He was. Oh, you're on mute. I'm sorry.
Everything.
Yeah, you had him on, and then we have it.
We got something. There you are, Kurt. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys give me
I had
plenty of
to-
time
There
to eat.
you-
I got dessert,
I
the whole
thought he
thing.
was frozen again.
So how many bids did you put in, Kurt?
Yeah, right.
It
Let's get
was
down
less
to
than
why we're
20.
here tonight.
Come on, man. Get with the program. Oh, we just messed up my thing again. I had somebody that I think is going to put in some bids. Just send me a text. I think.
Well, that's what this is about.
Yeah.
It's pulling out. You guys get, the early bird gets
Yeah.
the amazingly low
course.
price Krupa,
The
The early bird gets
which
the early bird gets
doesn't
Clark's
happen.
club.
Very good. Well,
Baseball
hopefully,
club?
hopefully we have a fun night tomorrow night. We have several people that are coming to the Beat VIP.
Yes,
and-
tomorrow night's going to be. If you're in town, just come on over. And we're going to be here late. We're going to sell out. We're going to do all we can to raise money for this amazing,
Amazing
cause.
something.
It's
You know, at
something.
least- at
You
least
don't like
Dave-
the word foundation. You don't like all these words I use. This
at
great
least- At
cause,
least Dave Clark's amazing.
right? I mean, these camps, these children need these camps, and it's a lifelong impact.
you know,
It's a powerful impact.
We went into the year not even knowing we would get one camp, and so we did 5 events this year that we were a part of and actually led. From North Carolina, Florida,
And you do them
here in
all
New
over,
York.
right?
Yeah, North
Tell
Carolina,
people
Florida, New
where you
York.
have them and exactly what happens at the camps.
So basically, it's like a practice typically with professional players or collegiate players doing the drills, and we set up drills. So it's not a lot of standing around at our camps. It's a lot of activity, and so they're getting to hit, they're getting to throw, they're getting to field, they're getting target practice, they're getting hit off a tee. They get all of these different things that they get to do, led by real instructors, people that know what they're doing
and understand what they're going through.
And they have so much fun. And one of the highlights was what I just showed earlier is we do what's called a high five game. And in that high five game, all of the participants get one shot at a pitch ball at them, and then they hit the ball, and it doesn't matter if it goes 5 inches or if it goes over the fence. The crowd is cheering for these kids, and I say kids lightly because it's kids, young adults, all sorts of different situations. And then they get to run around and they give high fives to either the pro athletes or the volunteers, and they run around, and that's what I'll just show it again. That is. That was part of our high five game. Dave Stevens actually caught that video. He was there, and that was down in Florida. And we go from Florida to Connecticut, North Carolina. We've been in Tennessee, Clearwater, down there.
And how long have you been doing this?
Well, Dave's been doing this. I mean, the history of this, Dave's been doing this, since the 70s, this kind of thing, Dave?
Yeah, the grassroots in the 70s.
Yeah, grassroots of this in the 70s. This format for 16 years.
Oh, wow.
16 years.
It's a long time.
Dave and I have been doing it. Dave Clark and I have been doing it together for about 11 years. We added Dave Stevens. And Dave Stevens, for those, I don't even know if I have a picture of Dave Stevens anywhere in here. There's all 3 of us there together. It's one of the pictures we took together this year. But Dave Stevens was born with no legs, and he played professional baseball, but he played in high school and college. He played football. He wrestled. He played baseball. He's a 2-time state champion wrestler with no legs, and he's a 7-time Emmy Award winner.
7-time Emmy Award winner. I mean, seriously, 7 times.
And
that's
now
amazing.
He's a professor at Quinnipiac, or how you ever say it, Quinnipiac, or whatever it is, university. I went to the Georgia, so I have an excuse, to not know those things. But so he's a professor there teaching media that's inclusive. So they have folks with disabilities that can be a part of that class, the whole bit, thinking outside the box. And so Dave comes. He's been to all of our camps. I don't think he's missed one in 5-6 years, no matter where we've been.
And that's a dedication. That's one of the things I loved when I met you guys and heard what you're doing. The dedication and to have that kind of impact, and it's a genuine empathy and love for helping
Stacie,
each other. And that people sometimes ask me, I mean, why are you in Corning? I mean, it's a small town. Why aren't you in New York City doing so? And I'm like, because when I do when I say big events that, I can do those all day long. The funds get filtered so far down and watered down, and I don't feel the impact. I'm just there, and there's a bunch of other art. And here when I come, it's a much smaller venue, and I get to meet the people. I get to see the impact that I'm making right firsthand, and I'm right there, and you're connecting in a way that's positive, and that's how I am. I'm more, you know, personal, and I want to be there and really make a difference. And I feel that, and I feel I can do that in places like this with you guys. So
we're grateful.
So thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys.
And you know what she had today?
What? What I have? Pizza?
Oh, wait a minute. Jim's Texas
Ice cream?
No,
I have
I
pizza
didn't
and
do
ice
that
cream.
to her, Dave. Come on.
What?
Where would I take her? That you have to have
Ice cream works.
I had ice cream.
No, not the ice cream works. Dippity
Well,
doo.
what is it now?
Dippity doo.
I know, and I thought about my boyfriend.
Zippity doo dah or whatever it's
like
called.
ridiculous amounts.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a huge ice cream fan. I'm just not. But it was good. It was
But
really
no,
good.
I took her to Anelio's, or Agnello's as I call it, because his name was actually Agnello, but everybody calls it Anelio.
Right.
You gotta take her to Jim's.
No, you take her to Jim's. You take her to Jim's.
I'll take her to Jim's.
What is Jim's?
I'll take her to Jim's.
A boiled hot
What's
dog.
Jim? What?
Boiled hot dog?
I had pizza today though that I will say was incredible. We don't have pizza like that in Florida.
I took her to Agnello, so
It was Italian. I mean, this was good. It was all greasy and it was a mess. You could like dab in the grease. It was that good. Yeah. I'll probably have a heart attack before tomorrow.
Well, that's all right.
But my values will go up at that point. So you might want to buy it now because I had pizza that could definitely clog any artery up.
There you go.
And you know.
Well, I feel like we're going to keep boring people, so I'm going to close out the show.
Yes.
Any last words of wisdom, Dave Clark?
No, I don't have any wisdom.
That I believe.
I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Dave.
That's what the whole believes.
Stacie, thank you for coming up.
There we go. I don't know why I just did that, but that was pretty fun when we met Lou not too long ago. So, Kurt, thanks for being behind the scenes. Make sure you put a $1 bid in.
Yep.
Kurt,
Ready?
We'll say everybody will say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.
have a good night.
You too.
Back to the hip hop music. We pop on our end show, and we'll say,
there we go.
And we'll say goodbye. Everybody, join us tomorrow at the Corning
And
Finger Lakes Provisions.
Contact us
And contact
between
us.
now and then and bid on something.
There you go.
You'll be surprised you'll get it.
There you go. Thank you, Stacie. See you guys. Everybody, goodbye.